And there's our oven preheated. Good morning everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rise, Wine, and Dine. Today in our kitchen, it is fall. Well, it's not fall yet, but the fall air is totally around and we're very close to fall. So I thought today we would do something that's fallish. So anyway, we are going to do today rhubarb squares. They're absolutely divine. They're so tasty. So to do these rhubarb squares, you'll just need some basic ingredients. So for the crust for these squares, you're going to need some icing sugar, some flour, and some butter, some cold butter. For our filling today, we're going to need a pinch of salt. We're going to need 3 eggs, flour, sugar, and obviously our rhubarb. I'm using frozen rhubarb today. You can use fresh totally. If you don't have fresh, you can definitely use frozen. So to get going, we are going to make our crust. So the very first thing you want to do is take your icing sugar and put it in with your flour and just combine those two ingredients. That's the first thing. So just combine this, whisk it together. So what we're going to do next is we're going to put these two ingredients in with our butter, our cold butter. Just pop those in. So today I'm just going to take 2 knives and I'm just going to cut my butter in with the flour and the icing sugar because we want it a little bit crumbly. So if you don't want to use your 2 butter knives to cut in your butter, you can just take a fork and work your butter in your flour mixture with your fork. That's fine too. So into my 8x11 greased baking dish today, I'm going to pop my crust in. If you want to use a 9x13, go right ahead. Just make sure your dish is greased. If you go to use a 9x13, your crust obviously is just going to be spread out a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit more thin. But today I want a little bit higher crust. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my crust mixture into my 8x11 greased casserole dish. The same fork, you can go ahead and just press out your crust. If you have to, just go ahead and use your hand and just press down. My hands are very clean. You guys know I always have clean hands while I'm in my kitchen. I always have clean hands, period. So we're going to go ahead right now and take our crust and we're going to pop it into a preheated oven on 350 degrees for 10 minutes and we're going to bake our crust. While our crust right now is in the oven and it's just baking for those 10 minutes, what we're going to do now is take our pinch of salt. We're going to pop that into our sugar. We're also going to pop our flour in with our sugar and salt. We're going to take our whisk again and we're just going to whisk those 3 ingredients together to do our filling. So right now we're going to crack our 3 eggs and we're going to pop that right into our rhubarb. One egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs. So we'll just take our spatula and we'll just toss our egg in with our rhubarb to get our rhubarb all coated. So next we'll take our dry ingredients and we'll pop that right in with our rhubarb and our egg. So just give this a toss through. Just want to fold it really. Make sure you have no dry ingredients in our bowl right now. Everything's very well combined. Okay, you guys, so we've just taken our crust out of the oven. It was just in the oven on 350 degrees for 10 minutes. Now we have our filling all ready. So we're just going to give it another little stir. We're not going to let the filling touch on the outside because the dish is really, really hot and this is kind of cold. So we're going to work from the inside and try to push it towards the edges. So by the time it touches the edges, it's going to be a little bit warmer. You know what I mean? So we're going to try to put all this in the center with all of its juices. So we're going to go ahead and just push out our rhubarb. This is going to be so divine this evening for dinner, for dessert tonight with some tea and coffee. My husband is going to love this dish again, of course. So with our oven mitts, we're going to go ahead and take our dessert, our rhubarb squares. We're going to place it into the oven on 350 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. And when it's done and ready to sample, we're going to come back and show you guys. You don't want to miss it. Stick around. Okay, you guys, so we're back and our rhubarb squares were in the oven on 350 degree temperature, and we had them in the oven for 50 minutes. Because our rhubarb was frozen, we had to keep them in there a little bit longer until they came out golden on the edges and fully cooked through. And so we let them cool down quite a bit because we didn't want to taste them too hot. We want to taste them a little bit more room temperature. So right now we're about to dive into these gorgeous rhubarb squares. So on top of our rhubarb square, we're going to just sift some beautiful icing sugar on top. This is such a perfect dessert for the fall time of the year. It's gorgeous. So you know we have to have a taste, right? Of course. It's like a shortbread base with a rhubarb filling. This is so divine, I'm telling you. Oh, wow. So tender, so creamy, the filling, with a beautiful shortbread base. Beautiful. Just can't take one bite and call it a day. No way. Oh yeah. I can't wait to turn on the kettle, get a nice cup of tea, and finish my rhubarb square today. It's perfect if you're having somebody over for a cup of tea, you want something quick. This does not take a lot of time to make, as you guys just seen. You just whip up your crust, throw it in the oven for 10 minutes, take it out, and you just whip up your filling, throw it on top of your hot crust. You don't even have to wait for your crust to cool down. Throw your filling on top of your crust back into the oven, take it out, let it cool. Bam, there is your quick and easy, simple dessert. Such beautiful rhubarb squares. So we hope that you and your family will check out this recipe and definitely give it a try. And if you like our video here today on Rise, Wine, and Dine, give our video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more new and exciting recipes, especially coming this fall. So until next time, everybody, we'll catch you guys right here on Rise, Wine, and Dine. Have a good day, everybody.